I knew it 15, bro.
All right, I'm at Unified right now, picking up some visual boards. Unified actually does screen printing. Is it screen printing?
Heat transfer.
Heat transfer. Marko, this is Marko right here.
Yo, what's up? What's going on, man?
So yeah, pretty much.
Technically, it's heat transfer printing,
Yeah.
right? But there's two ways of making the transfers. You can silk screen the transfers and then run them through a heat transfer machine, or you can digitally print the transfers. It just depends on the graphic, colors, quantity, and all of that. But the process of putting the ink onto the board is heat transfer printing. So yeah, let's go in the back and get it done.
So I got my boards.
So here's the 4 boards that we printed for Bevup, and basically it's a 8.75 deck, so it's a wider deck with a shorter wheelbase. But if you measure the wheelbase, it's 14.25 inches, which is basically a standard wheelbase for 8s, 825s, 8.5s. And what happened back in the day, on bigger boards, people like this factories were making longer boards and skaters couldn't skate them. So this is just a regular wheelbase, but it looks like a shorter board. It's an 875 with a 14.25 wheelbase. So yeah, basically these are the boards that we printed. Yeah, we'll grab a board.
So pretty much some companies that have 875 boards, they're a little longer than a normal, but yeah, these are a little shorter. They're like perfect, but companies.
But honestly, like that's just bullshit to make longer. You know what I mean? People that don't skate, they made those boards. They made them longer because they thought, okay, it's a wider board, let's make it longer. And it's like a surfboard, snowboard, longboard. No, it's a regular size wheelbase. So, and that's what we skate.
Yeah.
Anyway, grab the board. Here's the transfer. You recognize the spot?
It looks like Venice, I think.
Yup, right there. The basketball court by the skate park.
Steven shot that.
Yup, Steven shot it really nice. So, if you look at this white, this is coated with a chemical. So the boards are sprayed with a lacquer, and this white chemical bonds with the lacquer when you run it through the machine.
Yeah.
And then you peel off the clear stuff. All right, so I'll run this through the machine.
Was it hot enough?
It's getting there.
Yeah. He just wants to show you guys how it's done.
It's supposed to be like 170 Celsius.
Yeah.
So in Fahrenheit, like about double that, so 350.
Yeah. But yeah, he just wants to show you how it's done, pretty much.
Yeah, so you put it in. So this roller heats up. Put it back in again. And it transfers the ink on the board. So yeah, basically this is just the process that about 10-15 years ago, skateboard industry started doing it. Steve Rockwell saw like a factory in China doing that. But like out here when I first started, we were silk screening like one board, one color on the board at a time.
Yeah.
And it was just a really long time consuming process.
Definitely.
And it was really expensive. When you mass produce transfers and just put it on, it's so much faster. So
yeah, like, so you're saying back in the day they literally did it by hand, like
one color at a time, and then you had to wait for the color to dry.
That's crazy.
And put a second color on. So basically now this is the process.
Yeah.
It's the fastest, most economical process to print.
So satisfying.
Yeah, but basically that's the process, and it's on the board. Feel the board, it's warm. Go right here. See?
Feels good.
Yeah, so it's the heat and the pressure, and then the chemical melts with the lacquer on the board. You print on boards every day, all day.
He's got plenty of boards in stock.
Yup.
He's got so much goods.
Yup.
Look at all this. Got some.
And don't forget the other wall.
Oh, what? You got more boards up here?
Yeah.
Jeez, yeah, he's stocked up.
Ones up there too.
Wow, what are those? Crazy.
Those are cut on the CNC machine.
So
See the
sick.
unified one?
Yeah,
So this guy's sauce, he cut it. It's trademarked.
yeah.
The shape of California. And the way he drilled the holes, it's actually a cruiser. It's
Yeah.
a functional cruiser.
Wow,
Patent pending.
that's rad.
And then these are the reissues. These are the old schools from the 70s and the 80s.
That's so sick.
Yup.
Yeah, he's got so much good. Skater owned.
And operated.
You already know.
In the business for
Yes, sir.
27 years. All
Are you
right.
kidding?
Look at that. Look.
Same size board. Okay? So that's what's happening. Was saying earlier.
Yeah.
We have somebody in a factory that don't skate that thinks, okay, it's a wider board.
Yeah.
It's gonna be longer, right? Because it's a wider board.
Yeah.
And you get this one.
Yeah,
look
look
at
at
the
that.
difference. Okay?
Look at
so,
that.
So this is exactly what happened back in the day. Look. It's, so check this out.
Same width.
This is what skaters skate. 14 and a quarter. In our brains, embedded. 14 and a quarter. That's what we know. That's what we grew up skating.
Yeah.
And then a guy in a factory, 15 inches. Look at that.
Jesus.
Makes a longboard.
Hold on.
Look at the difference.
I know, right?
You know what I'm saying?
Insane. Look at
That's
that.
what it is. And basically that's what's happening. But now, because of you, you know, you can let the people know, you know, it's a regular wheelbase,
Yeah.
and the board just is shorter.
Yeah.
And it's functional, it's skatable.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure like every bigger board like that is gonna have that, you know,
Yeah. It's
a longer wheelbase, you know.
pretty much. I like found like every 875. I measure it to my board. I do that, and then it's always like bigger. Other boards are always longer because they don't realize.
I mean, just
Yeah.
look at this. This is unproportional. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? It's too long. And this is normal, right?
Yeah.
It looks normal, right? The length. That's what it is, bro. Look at that. That's like
Insane.
it's like 1.25 inch difference. Let's just make it longer because it's wider.
Yeah, but it doesn't work
It
like
doesn't
that.
work like that. You just
Right.
want a wider board. You don't
Yeah.
want a snowboard. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? You want a
exactly.
regular board, but you want it wider. And especially now.
We want it
like,
functionable.
Yeah, because basically, no, but like what I was about to say is like the 8.5s, you know, like the 8.5s used to be the big board.
Yeah.
But now all the skaters, all the kids are riding 8.5s. So
Yeah.
the 8.75 is the new 8.5
Pretty much.
because the trend has been the width,
Yeah.
the sizes have been going up.
Mhm.
In the 90s, in the mid 90s, we used to skate 7.5s,
Jesus.
7.625s.
Yeah.
And then a 7.75 was a big board.
Yeah.
You know.
I remember when I thought 8s were big because I used to ride 775s.
Oh, really? You started 7.75s?
Yeah, when I first started out.
Yeah, so times are changing.
Yeah, right?
But here's another point. So check this out.
What's that?
Look at this shape.
Yeah.
It's a popsicle shape, right? Look at these. These are
Yeah.
called directional shapes. The nose is different from the tail, right?
Yeah.
70s and 80s. Early 90s, we used to skate like, you know, a little bit shaped decks.
Yeah.
And then mid 90s, you had this one, popsicle. So it took, what, 40 years of skateboard. Just think about this. 40 years of skateboarding evolution to come up with just this simple popsicle shape. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive. But this is the functional, you can do tricks on this.
Yeah.
In the streets, it's gonna be a little harder.
Yeah,
You know?
definitely.
You
Way
know what I'm
harder.
saying? But just think about that for a second, right? Here it is. 40 years of skateboarding evolution. From these funky shapes
Yeah.
to just a functional popsicle shape.
Exactly.
It's pretty impressive, you know?
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
Love
Yeah.
it.
So here's what do you notice there? Okay, so like in the 70s and the 80s, right? Because it was like skateboarding was still new and the shapes were being developed. So fast forward 40 years and this is what we have, right? Popsicle,
Mhm.
the nose is a little bigger than the tail,
Yep.
right? The tail is slightly tapered for tray flips, big nose for nollie tricks, right? But back in the day, was a lot of different shapes because that's how the skaters marketed themselves. Like, so this is his hammerhead shape, right?
Yeah.
Signature.
His
And
signature.
because
They only knew it was one direction, is what you're saying? Like all boards were gonna be that
They
one.
didn't know which direction skateboarding is gonna go, and a
Right.
lot of these skaters, they marketed towards a specific shape.
Right.
Basically, that's what he promoted. That was his shape. So
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess what I'm trying to say is back in the day, they had a little bit more flexibility as far as the shape goes.
Sure.
And then they were like being creative, you know?
That's-
They're not really functional for street skating, you know?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, because if it took 40 years and you got, this is a really simple shape,
I mean, how
right?
you gonna do a nose slide? You know, on the middle board. You know?
That's what I'm saying. How you gonna do that? Look at that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But if you're a vert skater, just doing the grinds and airs and shit like
Yeah.
that, then yeah, you can ride that one.
Yep.
You know?
Of course, because vert was hot back then. That's all
Right.
people were doing.
Yeah.
And the
Basically,
poles. The
Steve
poles.
Rocco took vert skating out of business. He basically marketed
Wow.
street skaters through videos and ads. So the vert skaters went out of business, and all these new street skaters, they were broke. They started making all this money. It was Rocco's, you know, whatever marketing that made it happen.
Through like Big Brother, right? Like
Well,
magazine.
he had the Big Brother magazine
Yeah.
and all that,
All that
but
propaganda.
right, yeah. It was just, you know, it was cool times, man. You know, it was good creative times in the industry. But, you know, just it's interesting how like the shapes went from that to this
Yeah.
in 40 years. And this is now functional. Who knows where we're going in the future? But this is where we are now, you know?
Yeah.
Well, the future is all the carbon fiber, you know, like all the composite decks now. But that's you're not
Possibly.
changing the shape of the board.
Possibly.
You're just changing what it's
Yeah.
made out of. But
The
this is
prob-
performance right here. This is the peak of performance. This shape.
The problem with the carbon, this is wood,
Right.
right?
It goes to the yeah.
This is pop. You can hear it. Carbon has some weak ass, soggy shit. You know?
What is this? The flight deck?
That's carbon.
That's
Carbon?
the
Do
Wanna
that.
listen to
That's
it?
the composite.
And look at this.
It's got little.
This will cut your legs. You know what I mean? When it
Yeah.
sharpens up, it will cut you.
It
So
does. It does.
the carbon, I'm not sure about the carbon boards. You know, maybe. But right now, this is it. This is the hard
Yeah.
rock maple. You know.
I feel like if I rode one of these flight decks, I feel like I would be so bummed because I like when my board like gets soggy and like so I can set up a new one. But with this one,
And you like the sound.
I like the sound of a
And you
yeah,
like the pop.
yeah,
And the flex.
exactly the
That's
flex and everything.
hard rock maple.
Yeah,
You will not get that through any carbon wood combinations.
Yeah.
It's not the same. You cannot go wrong with the hard rock maple.
Exactly.
Layers. That's the classic. For now.
That's as raw
Yeah.
as
Who
skate
knows in
is,
the
you know,
future?
wood.
Modern mold which has a kick.
Oh. Oh, yeah, it's just
how it was
flat.
in the
This
70s
one,
and
when
the
it's just-
80s, right?
Jesus.
Look at the difference.
That's the
So
modern
that's a
one.
classic mold. This is a modern mold. It's
Nice.
the same shape.
History lesson with Marco.
Yup. History 101 on shapes.
But yeah,
Thanks guys for watching. Thanks for stopping by. Peace. Stop by.
Cahuenga Park, right?
Canoga Park.
Canola Park. That's where we're at.
Canoga Park, Chatsworth.
There you have it.
Yep.
So the boards I skate are the 875 and the wheelbase is 14 and a quarter. And usually normal 875s are like 14.75 or like 15, you know? It's like too long for me personally to skate those boards. So that's why I have Visual make me these custom ones so I can actually skate comfortably, because it's easier to like flip the board because I don't have to have my feet like this. I'll have my feet like this, like more comfortable, you know, not like this. You know what I mean? I'm so excited. I got this one. This one's so nice. Look at this one. Got the Dodger Stadium. Holy shit, the details on these are the cars. What? I could look at this photo all day. This is so amazing. Got downtown LA. Steven, you killed this. You killed this shot. Holy fuck. Like, I don't even want to skate this because it's so beautiful. I just want to fucking hang it on my wall. Got this beautiful deck. She's bevving up. Got the Mexican Coke. Beautiful. And we got this one, the Venice one. Venice basketball court. Amazing. Which one should I set up first? The beverage, the Dodger Stadium, the Venice basketball court, or just a simple? Because honestly, I don't know which one to skate first. So beautiful.